Guys, welcome back to my channel, or if it's your first time here, hi, I'm Shvon from To Kitty and Beyond. Um, Today I wanted to do a reading for myself because of something that I experienced last night, and I decided I was going to share it with you guys. So last night, I was in bed, I was getting ready for sleep, I was watching some videos on YouTube, of course, and I started feeling like there was a presence there. Not negative, but I started feeling waves of energy crashing over me. So I paused the video, I put down my phone, and I just laid there and was like, okay, whatever it is, let's see what it is. I wanted to see what it was. And um, so I started seeing sparks of light all around me, which is fairly common for me. Sometimes I'll see like little shooting stars going by me, or little blobs of light, the orbs of light that kind of hover. Sometimes I'll see dark blobs that move a bit more slowly. Sometimes they're bigger. Um, but last night it was there was sparks of energy all around me, and I could see them, and they were different colors. Some of them were like white gold, and some of them were purple. And there was movement around me. I could see the energy field starting to move around me. And I was guided to close my eyes and to relax. And I could feel them working on my chakras. I could feel them working on my heart and my throat, my solar plexus and my sacral chakra, and my root and my crown. I guess they were working on all of them really. And uh, it wasn't in order. They were just kind of going to where I needed work. And then I felt my crown open up more than it's ever opened in my life. I've felt it before open where it kind of feels like I have a ring on the top of my head, like I'm wearing a crown, which is funny because it's the crown chakra, right? Um, and this time it was like there was fingers touching my head like this. Like I felt like somebody was really like massaging my head, and then I felt this huge amount of energy pressure come in, and I felt it enter into my body from through the top of my head, and it made my whole body start to vibrate. Like I felt like every cell, and I could feel it moving down my body. It was like this wave of every cell in my body starting to vibrate faster and faster and faster and faster. And it kind of freaked me out, and I was like, what is this? And I just got the guidance to relax, and just it was like, you're okay, you can handle this, your body has been ready for these upgrades, everything has been prepared, you just need to go with it. And I was still, because my life path number is trust, I have difficulty trusting sometimes, and I can fall into that self-doubt or that fear. And I felt a transmission come in because I do channel from time to time, and I've been practicing and steadily strengthening that skill. And I felt this channel come in very clearly. Like sometimes I feel a little bit of guidance or a little bit of channeling, but this time it was very clear, and it was 100% not me. And I wish I wrote it down, but in the moment I was lying in pitch dark in my room in my bed with no pen or paper, so I just kind of heard it in my head, and it was saying something about christos-sophia, Christ consciousness energy coming in. This new wave of energy will be anchored into the planet. Something about the awakening. So something about the awakening. And then at the end, I usually work with Archangel Michael. So when I call on angels, like he's the main guy that I go to. He's the one that I'm most comfortable with. And at the end, it said, this has been a transmission from Archangel. And in my head, I was like, Michael? And it was like Metatron. And I've never communicated with Metatron explicitly before. So this was absolutely amazing. And I knew that this wasn't something that was specifically for me. I think that this is a wave of energy that just hit the planet. And I checked the energy forecast, and there has been a lot of geomagnetic storms going on. So this energy has risen. This energy has landed, and I wanted to get some clarity on that through the oracle and the tarot. So I pulled some cards already because I wasn't planning on actually sharing this, but as usual, If it's for me, it's for everybody. So we got angel therapy. Yeah, of course. And they're saying, give your cares and worries to us angels and allow us to take your burdens. So that was exactly what they were doing, is they were working with my chakra system. They were helping to support me through that huge influx of energy. And Archangel Ariel came up as well. And she's about courage. So sorry, I'm trying to get the glare off. Be courageous and stand up for your beliefs. And that's why she's got the lions. In some other depictions of her, she's coming in riding on a lion, or she's just very fierce, and she gives you that courage. And I felt definitely that they were supporting me through that last night, even though I still did get a little bit scared, but they were like, don't worry about it, this is normal, this is okay. And then we got take back your power. Archangel Raziel, use your God-given power and intention to manifest blessings in your life. And last night when I was closing my eyes, they were guiding me to keep my eyes closed, even though I kept wanting to open them because I could see these sparks of light and I could see this color. And they were guiding me, no, keep your eyes closed. And when I had my eyes closed, I was seeing this purple light. And this purple light, I looked it up today, it resonates with Archangel Raziel. So, and he's all about like the clairvoyance, claircognizance, and actually, we have Archangel Uriel here as well, too. And this one, he says claircognizance. So pay attention to thoughts and ideas that come to you, as they are answered prayers. So this is the same sort of color and energy. And funny enough, I'm actually a little bit colorblind. So when I see blues, a lot of people will say, no, that's purple. Or when I see purple, a lot of people will say, no, that's blue. So it's all subjective, right? Like, do we all even see the same colors? Do we all even see the same reality? No, we don't. It's subjective. We're seeing it through our own filter, through our own perspective. And that's what's really cool, is because our world is literally not the same as anybody else's. And yet it is. We all live in this same cohesive collective, but we're all going through these completely different experiences. And so that's what, I don't know, that's cool to me. And then we got leadership. And Archangel Gabriel is the messenger angel, and she or he is about communication. It's time for you to assume your leadership power and position and lovingly guide others. And that's what I was feeling a lot. I was feeling like I was being guided to move forward in my spiritual journey. And so I pulled some cards to clarify, and these are what came up. So we got the Four of Swords under angel therapy. So that's about resting. Resting, and the swords represent the mind and the intellect. So it's saying rest the intellect now. This is not a time for the intellect. It's a time for the intuition. And we got the moon as well. So I'll get to that in a second. But the Magician came up under Archangel Ariel, so courage, having the courage to stand in your magician power, to be the creator, to channel this energy, to be this energy, to use this energy to balance all of creation and to step into that Christ power. So, like, for those of you who know the story of Yeshua or Jesus, is the Christ energy. They called him Christ, but it was like Buddha. You get this name based on your spiritual awakening. When you come into your true power, you are given a new name. And so his name given to him was Christ, whereas for the Buddha's name is Savadna Gautama or something like that. He was given the name of Buddha. So, oh, what was it? Anyway, I just lost it. So, sometimes that happens. We get distracted. So, it was about standing in your power and embracing that Christ energy and allowing that sort of renaming process to come in and to be the new you. It's you who you've always been, but it's kind of letting go of everything that wasn't you and standing back in your power and remembering who you are. And so with Take Back Your Power, we got the the Wounded Warrior card, the Nine of Wands. And so what this is telling us is that it's now a time to take back our power. We don't have to be the Wounded Warrior anymore. Yes, we've been through a lot. Yes, we've been through many battles and we've had many trials and tribulations, but we're coming out of that wounded stage and we're standing back in our power. We're going to stand back up. We're not going to be feeling down anymore. We're going to come back up and stand in our power, power stance, instead of being crunched and subdued and feeling defeated. We're coming back into our power. And so with clarifying claircognizance, we got the Six of Swords, which is about so the swords are intellect, so she's sheathed her intellect and she's using her wand, which is her passion, to move through her emotions, which are the water, and her intuition and her subconscious, which is the moon. So the claircognizance is the clear knowing. It's that it's just that knowing. You don't know how you know, you just know. Well, this is what's taking us there. We need to put our intellect away for now and move through the subconscious. The claircognizance resides there. So trusting our intuition is we're moving towards, trusting our intuition. And then with leadership, actually the moon came up for that one as well. So I put those two together under claircognizance because it's the same sort of energy. The moon is all about the subconscious and using your intuition and connecting with the deeper side of you, the deeper energy, the whole energy. So that's that claircognizance, clairsentience, clairvoyance. That's the connection to source. That's the connection to your divine intuition and your divine guidance. And then with leadership, clarifying leadership, we got, of course, the Hierophant, who is a spiritual leader, who is a spiritual teacher. And so that's exactly what this energy coming in is going to help transform the world. We're going to learn to trust our intuition and our angels and ourselves, because ultimately we are angels as well. We are earth angels. We're going to have the courage to take back our power and step out of this victim mentality into a victor mentality. We're going to, by taking back our power, we're going to have these abilities open up. So more people in the collective are going to see their abilities start to awaken, because everybody has a gift. Some people just don't open them. Now the gifts are getting bigger and bigger and more hard to ignore. So more and more people are going to step into that awareness of them and use the intuition and use that to guide you through this awakening process to all of your abilities, because we're stepping into a whole new way of living life, a whole new reality. We're seeing things differently, we're feeling things differently, we're knowing things differently. And it's going to be less about proof and more about doing, acting on what you know to be right or what you know to be true. So it's going to be less about prove it to me and more about the proof is in the pudding. So, we're getting to that point now where we're ready to start using our abilities. We're ready to start contributing all of this to the world, and this leadership and this spiritual teacher energy is coming through, because for those of us who have awakened to guide humanity, the reason we've awakened first is not because we're better or more advanced. It's because there needs to be some people to guide. You can't have the blind leading the blind. There needs to be some people who open their third eye prior to the mass awakening to help guide the rest of the collective through that awakening. And as I'm saying this right now, I can feel the energy pulsing through my body, and my whole body is tingling, and I got the goosebumps everywhere. So that's a confirmation of that message from Spirit, from the angels, from God, from Source, from the infinite creator consciousness, that those of us who are awakening now, this is our duty. This is what we came here. This is our contract. This is our purpose. We came here to be leaders and teachers, and that doesn't have to be to the whole world. It could just be to your friends. It could just be to your family. It could just be to those who come to you. If you're in a conventional style job, like if you're an actual teacher in the school district, or if even in business or anything, any aspect of your life, you can bring this energy and share it with those around you. and that is helpful, that is helping, and that's what you're meant to be doing. And same thing with social media. It's such a perfect outlet for a perfect soapbox, if you will, to have a communication between millions of people, um, to help this awakening, to disseminate the information, to provide guidance, um, in a much more facilitated way. So thanks guys for watching. Thank you for liking and subscribing, sharing if you feel that you resonated with these messages. If not, that's okay. Everybody's at different points in their journey, and everybody's learning different things. I love you unconditionally no matter what. Bye guys.